months. Right now, we're offering free on-site estimates for next season. To learn more, visit SerenityPoolsKnoxville.com.
This is college football at its absolute best.
Yeah, they had us the first half, I'm not going to lie.
Oh, could be Wayne.
I think I got my swagger back. Oh, oh.
I love it, baby.
Them orange britches. Something about them orange britches.
Tennessee wins. By Tennessee, Jawan Jennings.
Ball hit high in the air into right field. Going back is Sayre. And Tennessee can say hello, win column. A grand slam in the bottom of the ninth. You can't draw it up any better.
We just won a basketball game, and we're very happy right now. McGrath for the win.
He got it.
If you don't like college football and you watch this one, I'm not sure what your problem is.
Reddit did to do, and welcome into More Important Issues here on Fan Run Radio. I'm Caleb Mitchell. With me always, Landon Raby, and our guy in the booth, Joseph Boots.
What up?
What's the countdown to graduation? Give us days, hours, minutes.
15 days.
15 days.
2 weeks. We'll round out.
Are you pretty much done?
I've got Monday's my last big day. I've got 2 presentations and a sales pitch, and then Wednesday's my last actual day, but I've got nothing. So
let's hear it.
I would assume I prepared it. It is Thursday, so I'll probably get to it Sunday.
Okay. Yeah, it makes sense.
Honestly,
that's plenty of time.
Yeah, I've done that my entire college career. It'd be really foolish of me to act like I'm above and higher than that. So stick to my roots, and it's got me this far. Just stay consistent.
I love that.
Yeah. You don't change it up in the fourth quarter, in the ninth inning. You stay. Yeah. You've done the 2-minute drill your whole career in practice,
right?
Just
why onside kick?
You don't feel pressure.
Never.
Just pure ice.
Yeah, it's the rumor.
Are you the ice man?
Could be. Some say
you've not won at Florida in your 4-year career.
Haven't lost.
You have.
I would say yes.
Okay, but I have. Okay, but I didn't lose. Nor was I in attendance.
So it's your fault we lost.
Oh, have you not been to Florida? Have you not been to the swamp?
Nope.
I mean, that's smart of you, but also cowardice.
You want to go back?
That's crazy. I just couldn't
go.
You
go with us this year?
No. You're not allowed to go.
We're not going to the Tennessee-Florida game. We're going. Who does Florida play the week before? Haven't we looked it up?
I don't remember.
That we're going to that game. We're scouting. We're going to stay in Cool Springs. Nailed it.
High Springs. You say Cool Springs every time.
I say hot.
We're not going.
You say hot
Springs
or
normally.
cool? Hot or cool?
I normally say hot, so I thought it was Cool Springs. We're going to High Springs. Good golf around High Springs.
Not really, but
that one course was good.
The first one was not.
No, God.
That was horrible.
I mean, to be fair, it was a muni track with. We played behind some high school teams.
Yeah,
I don't know if teams is the right word. Played behind a high school group.
Sure,
part of a school.
Right.
It was fun though.
Yeah, I'd go back.
Did we play 36 on Friday? At 2 different courses? I think we did.
I don't remember. I thought we got there. We got there on Thursday. We
played
one
Thursday round in the afternoon.
I think we just played one course.
Played 2 courses.
On Friday?
Oh, on Friday, I don't know.
I thought we only played one. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm going to Starksville this year, so maybe some
Stark Vegas.
Maybe some golf there. I don't know
what happens. Actually, there is some. Our guy Adam Scott.
Yeah, I kind of want to go.
Actually, let's go. I bet he could get us on.
Are you staying in another trap house this time? Because that was crazy. Let's.
That is the goal. The goal is to. Well, we ended up.
I'll Venmo you. No, please.
Remember, we ended up changing the motel. Now we still slept 9 people in one 2-queen bed motel room.
Okay.
This was your Fayetteville trip, correct?
Correct.
I don't think I remember you changing. I don't know if I was privy to this information.
Yeah. We were going to get the shack, and then it didn't. I think Landon texted me. I think you guys were genuinely curious after not hearing about me for 2 days. You were like, did you stay in the shack? Are you alive?
Oh, yeah. I forgot we ran into you there.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's right. We did. I mean,
couple times.
We were concerned that the person that lived there, someone living there, that was just like, I'll give this to a Tennessee fan. They were going to murder you more than likely.
In all fairness, it had to be a better, not better sleeping arrangement, but the motel was.
In their Airbnb pictures, Joey, they had their dinner still sitting on.
There was a gun.
The gun case. Yeah. Well, again, but in some ways, that's, why would you, if you're trying to kill somebody, why would you post it on Airbnb? I feel protected.
I mean, I don't think murderers are known for being the smartest usually.
Yeah.
Because we hear about them.
All you got to do is outsmart the murder. There's also 9 of us.
But you
we'll get into
booking a trip to stay there, doesn't that make you dumber?
He had home field advantage.
Oh, yeah. If I'd have been on the news report, not a soul would feel bad for me. They'd be like, they'd look at that apartment or that trap, whatever that is.
Oh, dude, the Facebook comments would be brutal.
Oh, yeah.
He was such a smart kid. No, look at this.
This would have been, whatever, natural selection. That's what they would call it.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're right.
Would have been a great story.
Tennessee
Not
education
for you, but for
that's
others.
what they would have.
Forget 100 men versus a gorilla. It's 9 drunk college dudes versus a murderous Airbnb host.
I didn't know that was going to be brought up. I thought maybe it had left the news cycle. Was
Nope.
my thought. What do you think?
No.
Oh, 100% yes. I've seen some diagrams rolling around of the most.
I don't trust the AI stuff.
I don't either, but at least it puts it in perspective where you're like, okay, it's like I think it's groups of 20, 5 of them.
But how can
The first
25 people possibly approach the gorilla at the same time?
20. I mean, you're at least 6 points of contact from each side. If you can get him on the ground at all.
The first person's getting absolutely
first-
destroyed.
100%. I mean, but like it's like we got to assume that they're robots trained to try to kill the
No,
gorilla.
I think it's 100 average people.
Are you
Average men.
taking human nature in? Like, are you saying
Yeah.
like, oh, now I'm going to fight more scared, or like I'm going to run away because I'm the second person?
I think you have to. I think it's got to be 100 random men. Yeah, if we take 100
What's
Navy
the weather
SEALs,
like?
Oh, it's got to be dry.
It's a rainy night at Stoke.
No, it can't be slippery. The gorilla's got leverage
it
for
wins.
days if it's wet.
The thing I think the only reason I think you could even consider the 100 men is endurance.
Yeah, but like, I mean,
That's the only.
I don't think you're going to get on the gorilla's neck and start choking him. Like, but
I think it's an outlast game. Like you said, get them on the ground, but it's going to be like 55 people are going to die before you even think about getting them on the ground.
No, it would never be like 90 walk away free, but also 100 people charging at a gorilla. The gorilla's probably going to run away.
Can we spin this to Tennessee?
Sure.
How many take on like Elijah Simmons?
Okay, see, wait, how many people take on Elijah Simmons, or how many
hold
Elijah
on.
Simmonsons can take on the gorilla?
Simmons's.
Simmons.
That's a good question.
Simmons apostrophe.
I thought about people, but now I'm thinking that would be awesome to see.
But again, we are getting into a person who is, I mean, not trained to kill, but as closely adjacent to kill before killing someone.
Hand-to-hand combat.
Right. He plays in a physical position.
50 Elijah Simmons gets the job done. 50? That would be beyond this
I still
room.
think the first 25 Elijahs die.
Also, is this okay? I think it actually helps the humans to be in a closed environment, like a room like this, because
No,
because then you swarm the gorilla.
No, but then he is using
The
other
walls
humans. He's using other humans as weapons, and you guys are all
true.
subjected to that. The goal's got to be the last 75 just have to let the other 25 get absolutely obliterated.
But if the humans spread out, you're done. It has to be
it's an endurance game.
an ambush. You can't because he could just boom, boom, throw punches and just kill people.
I think this could swing either way. I still think I think all three of us could take on 100. What was it, like kindergartners?
Yeah.
I think I could destroy. Just
How many of us
demolish.
to take an Elijah Simmons?
I'm out.
Okay, what about kindergarten-sized and strength people with the mindset of they're actually trying to kill you?
Because the part about kindergarten, because I think it's got to be average people. We can't just be throwing in
right. No, I'm just saying
kindergarten assassin.
No, but right. But I'm saying a kindergartner would just kind of I don't think they'd ever go above the knee. They would just kind of sit there and kind of
right. That's why I'm pretty confident.
Well, yeah, you
100
just stay above sea level and you just consistently.
I mean,
every
the
now and then
first 10 are eating
roundhouse kick.
Because it's still a game of endurance. There is some endurance involved in that too. But I mean, a gorilla is. I mean, those things are just. Have you been to the Knoxville Zoo? They've got gorillas there.
It's been a while.
Let's try it.
I don't feel safe between that glass and a gorilla.
You think the gorillas are catching word of this trend?
I'm one that like people that beat on the glass like that. That's a little crazy. I've seen some movies where I'm like, nah, maybe don't do that.
See, and I think that's another problem with this is in every movie when there's a scene where someone is being ganged up on, they still only fight the person one-on-one. You know?
Yeah. So
if this is being shot in front of a live studio audience, it might as well just be one-on-one versus the gorilla.
I want all the like hits and punches to sound like a Walker Texas Ranger.
Okay.
Like
That was really good.
That was actually really impressive.
That was not a soundboard. That was Landon doing that. That was solid.
Yeah. I'll
do it again.
That's incredible. Dude, somebody clip that.
It sounds like the what was like the Atari game Knockout.
Yeah.
It's a really good knockout impression.
Thanks.
Punch out.
You have a was it Foley? Like when you use your voice for like acting noises. So
I think that's all I got though. So
if mortgages don't work out,
I'm a very
we got a studio right here,
specific.
Dude.
I could be a soundboard noise.
You could just be the whoopsh guy. You don't need to be good at it. That's insane how good that is. Wait, one more time. I got two headphones on.
Just hearing the comparison side by side because I was like, maybe it's not that good. And then, no offense, I would be just as bad.
That's all.
Comparatively, I mean, incredible.
Oh, my God. That was great with 2 ears on. Off season.
Well, sorry we missed you guys on Sunday. This is what you could have had. Landon and I ventured up. We were invited guests to the Virginian. We have money like that.
Yeah,
no big
it was.
deal.
And that's a golf course. If you didn't know,
it's a very nice golf course.
One that you've probably never played.
Nope, not you. Not you. You could never. It got us. Well, no, it didn't. We threw punches back.
God, so good.
We're not going to get into a deep dive unless the people want that, and we will. I can remember every hole of the 34. I think was the final tally that we played. But it was fun. Shout out to Austin White for having us. We'll be back with a vengeance.
Mm-hmm.
With a vengeance.
Yeah. Now we know the course. Now
yeah,
it's
dude,
it's screwed.
You never win your first time at Augusta, but the second one, you always win, right?
Yep.
But no, it was a good time. We did miss you guys on Sunday, but it was for a good cause. No big deal. We do that from time to time. We love that. It got me really excited for our golf tournament coming up at Aguani Farms, another very nice and exclusive course in Knoxville. Well, Eagleton, Alcoa, Rockford. Where's that?
Rockford.
It's Rockford. Did get me excited for our golf tournament. So make sure you guys are on the lookout because any day now, signups will drop.
Yep. October 4th.
And it's going to sell out in moments, so you better get in.
Saturday, correct?
Yep, Saturday, October 4th.
We need to play the Friday before.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Not playing last year kind of hurt.
Yeah, let's do it.
Watching people golf without being able to golf.
We can't win our own tournament, though.
No. That's why you go play Friday night, test the course, test the conditions. That way.
The problem was there was a hurricane this fall.
Yeah.
And guess what? We still hosted it.
Right. We just couldn't have played that Friday.
Because we're philanthropic like that.
Right. We just couldn't have played that Friday.
Yeah.
So
hopefully no major storm systems.
Yeah. No, we'll hope for sure. But
honestly, like raising that much money and giving it to somebody is awesome because I felt like a bag man. And I legit, like, I don't have the money to be a bag man, but I could definitely see myself being a bag man.
Should we host a tournament where we just, like, give it to an athlete?
That's a great idea. NIL.
Oh.
This would have been a lot cooler a few years ago when it wasn't legal.
Yeah.
So we're just like, we're hosting this to bring Arch Manning to Knoxville.
I like that.
Yeah, but there's low-key. You got to work it out with the player beforehand, I guess, where it's like if they come to Tennessee, like, the grand prize you win, I don't know, something from them.
What was it? What was that one gift for Tony Vitello that one year? That prize, it was like play pool with Tony Vitello or something.
Yeah. You get to hang out with him.
I'm sure that's not awkward.
Yeah. Hey, Tony.
I
So
bet.
you play pool a lot?
I bet that would be the least awkward person to play it with.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot worse, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly.
Oh, maybe I'm crazy.
Yeah. Keep an eye
I'm
out.
stupid. Can't wait. Guys, we've kind of got a full show. We are catching up from Sunday a little bit, but quite a bit has happened this week in Tennessee athletics. We'll recap a little bit of our Monday morning brainstorming with Danny White. He's not reducing ticket prices. I'm working on it. He won't budge. But we got a lot to recap here, so we're going to do that. Make sure you stick with us on the other side of this break. It's more important issues on Fan Run Radio.
Are you looking for a treat that will knock it out of the park at the next watch party? Just like your favorite baseball team, Crumble brings the best lineup week to week with an expanded roster that includes key lime pie, strawberry cake, or my personal favorite, Monster V.
Give him six, boys at M-double-I, they got your big orange face. All year long is the place to be, to hear some Vols for life, talking Tennessee. You can hate us if you want, but we sure ain't worried about you. We got more important issues.
Welcome back into the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. It's more important issues here on Fan Run Radio. We've got some basketball roster, little shake up, little out with the old, in with the new. I don't like the way I said that about Rod Clark, but we got some stuff to talk about.
Yeah, before we do that, guys, go check out HovieDryGoods.com. Hovie Dry Goods is awesome. And if you haven't gotten one of their hats yet, you should. And if you do, use promo code MORE for 15% off that first purchase. Again, MORE, 15% off that first purchase. Go check them out. They got hats for everybody. Tennessee hats. They got some cities, some Tennessee cities. They got some different sports teams if you're interested in that. But we're here to talk about Tennessee. But, yeah, just go check them out. HovieDryGoods.com. Use promo code MORE, 15% off that first purchase.
Don't leave out the NIT champions, the Chattanooga Mocs.
Yeah, they're in there somewhere.
All right. Just making sure you know about the NIT champs.
They're in there.
All right.
What's an NIT champ? I don't know because we ain't going.
They're Landon. I don't know why you're having this battle. They're a low-level school.
I'm not. I'm just saying Tennessee.
They won a championship.
That's cool. I'm happy for them. No one cares.
I care. And I'm sure the rest of the Mocs care.
Other than that, who cares?
People dog on this is a serious note. People dog on the NIT, dude, and especially in this era, I respect the hell out of those dudes who are like, hey, we got a chance to go win something. We're going to go win a championship. Because every other fan base that lost in the NIT will go, well, it doesn't matter. It's the NIT. Well, you still lost what didn't matter.
Well, I'm glad it is like more for those teams that were like borderline. Like a team like Chattanooga, like borderline could have got into the tournament.
Sure.
Did not. I'm glad teams like that win it, other than like the worst SEC school like goes and wins it. Like that's no fun.
Sure.
So
agreed. I mentioned Rod Clark. Speaking of awful teams, he is going to be an assistant at Indiana Hoosier this next season. Seems that he's probably, I guess, going to be the second.
That's what it seems like.
Second guy.
I know Rick Barnes was asked about it yesterday, and he's like, yeah, Rod was great for us, but I think we have that position covered. So, yeah, we'll see kind of who takes over. But, I mean, people thought like the world was ending when we lost, who was it that went to SMU?
Went to SMU.
Yeah, SMU coach. Or he went to Georgia State, then I think he went to
Lanier.
Yeah, Lanier, yeah.
Was it said like Lanier? I thought it was Lanier.
No, I think it was Lanier.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't realize he was at SMU now. Actually, I did. Didn't he get...
Did he get
fired?
fired?
I think he got fired from SMU.
Yikes. He did get fired.
I was about to say, I think he did. Yeah, no, they saw him as the second in command. I mean, I think, as the guy lined up with the job. I think.
But I mean, Steve Forbes was in that. Like Tennessee continues to get really good assistants because of Rick Barnes and the program that they are. So I'm not really worried about Rod Clark. Would love to have him here. Kim English was another. I mean, Tennessee just continues to bring in top talent for assistants, and when you're a program like that, you get really good assistants. They're not going to be here forever. So, props for Rod Clark. It seems like he's getting some sort of promotion, kind of. So, yeah, good for him.
Agreed. I was hoping you were going to – I haven't practiced his name yet, but Tennessee did sign a guard, Clarence
Masamba.
Is it that simple?
Yeah.
Masamba.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I like that we're getting a guard, averaging he's playing for the U21. I also love.
He kind of looks like Kenny Chandler.
I also love this. I'll have to look at him again. I don't know if I see that.
Look,
I have his picture right here, but for Monaco's U21 team, averaging 11.4. I don't see it. 11.4 points, 3 rebounds. An assist and a half. 6'5", big guard. I like it. Needed somebody potentially who could score points for you. I don't know if he'll be we know how he's in year 2 for me. Full disclosure.
He's in year 2?
Like, wait for year 2.
Yeah, I think this is a depth piece. The thing is I think Tennessee kind of learned their lesson. Like, yeah, we probably shouldn't hold on to just a couple of these roster spots. We probably need to fill them. If we're going to keep turning over every year anyway, you might as well just fill them just in case.
There's still one definitive spot that we have. So I found out it has not been confirmed to go to 15 yet, so it's 13.
It's 13, yeah.
Could go to 15 with the house settlement if that goes through. They're saving one spot. Is it Gainey?
Possibly.
What if
you don't see it?
No, not at all.
Dang. It's tough.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're just blonde. It's okay.
I am blind, but I just...
Do you still have it up?
Full disclosure, I only looked at their eyes there. And their eyes especially don't look anything like to me. So maybe it's another feature. But I feel like that's where you get real lookalikes, or like the eye shape and eye.
Is it worse than Joey Aguilar and our good friend that we haven't mentioned in probably a record amount of time? You should have a whiteboard.
I feel like we've mentioned him recently without changing it, without updating it.
That's true.
Especially during all of this QB talk.
Okay, for a second, I was like, holy shit, that dude on the right looks a lot like Kenny Chandler. I can see it. Wait.
No.
Wait. Wait. No, not at all. Literally not even close.
I mean, what did you think I was looking at?
You know who kind of looks...
Well, I'm very far away, so I thought...
Very first glance, you know who I think he kind of looks like?
Who?
And I think it's just very similar skin tones, is Kumwa.
I don't...
Pull up a picture.
Oh, okay. Our guy. Okay. Not Kenny Chandler.
No, I don't think Kenny Chandler looks like him.
Okay.
This is fun. We're just
I can see that.
I mean, and maybe similar facial hair. Yeah, they do have similar facial hair. No, the eyes look nothing alike. It's just a skin tone. That's closer than yours, Landon. Don't
No,
scoff
not even close.
It's got to be. From my distance, 10 times closer.
What?
From my distance, yes.
That's
Again,
crazy.
I mean...
Well, you're also blind.
Thank you. I'll take it from... I mean, he's at the
well,
same...
hopefully he's more like Kenny Chandler than he is Olivier.
Well, I mean, you said look-alike. Don't change the name of the game now. Speaking of players that he's like, he's from France, obviously. And I do need to preface this with, I am a huge Yves Pons fan. Humongous Yves Pons fan. Why do our fans die on the hill of loving these guys? Yves Pons did zero offensively. I mean, you could have sat him on the bench when Tennessee was on the offensive side of the court, and you would have had no clue.
Yeah, but so much fun offensively.
But we yell at Jemai Meshack this year. We hate him. We hated him. So can we not have revisionist history about Yves Pons' time at Tennessee? And I say that as a man who loved him. But it's very irritating to listen to what some people said about Jemai and then pretend that we want an Yves Pons back and how much we loved Yves Pons.
Saxophone, though.
Beautiful. I love sax. So
cool
much
guy.
sax.
If he jumped 7 inches less, yeah.
No,
entirely
I
not
love him.
like no.
Great
I'm
defensive player,
right?
Phenomenal defensive player. But that's just Jemai. We just described Jemai Meshack,
right?
And we hated him. I didn't.
I was like, don't say we, because nobody in this room did.
Well, I just as Tennessee fans, in general,
which most of the time are, I'm with you. I got you.
They also wanted the Bash brother on this. Was it this year's team or whenever it was? We're like, it was last year. They're like, how much better would we be with Urosh? 0. We'd be worse.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, the Yves Pons, he's way better than Urosh ever was. So I'll at least, I guess, entertain that one. But it's crazy talk. That's just something I saw going around when Masamba committed. He's French, so obviously easy comparison.
Sure.
But people pretending like they would have loved him on this past year's team when there was a sure not as athletic, but virtually a reincarnation of him on this year's team.
You don't see it?
Not at all.
God.
Eye shape different, eyebrows different, jawline different, skin tone different. Landon, I don't think there's anything similar about them except that they play the game of basketball.
Hey, Joey, what do you think?
Hold on down. There's a glare. Dude, I fear you might have hit your head on the way in. There is not a single facial. Like, I actually go put those two pictures into ChatGPT and say, what's the percentage of similar facial structure? Because I don't. Again, I'm far. I'm further away.
It would kind of rock if this is a situation where we found out they're like half brothers. Oh yeah, we actually are related, by the way.
Me and you?
Great. Maybe. There's a chance.
Sure.
We're all brothers.
But yeah, Tennessee signed I do think it is going to be very much a project. Very much.
He's not Nate Ament.
No. I mean, he averaged 9 points in U21.
11.9. 11.4.
Okay. But I mean,
no, it's good. It's a good. You needed a guard.
Yeah, and Tennessee's done well with guys overseas.
And he could play. He could play this year, legitimate time. He's not going to be playing a lot.
He could play like Bishop Boswell.
I think I mean, I think Boswell gets more time, especially down the stretch if he plays better. So, I mean, it's all on how well he's playing.
Sure.
In the few minutes he gets early on.
Mm-hmm.
I think on this roster, like, he'll have some chances. We'll see.
And it's also like, what do they use that extra? Like, I know the Jordan Gainey thing is out there. We do have a question about it. I can go ahead and get to that if you want me to. I don't see it.
What do you not see?
The question is from Normal Vol Fan. He says, what are the chances Jordan Gainey comes back? Do you guys truly believe that he can take this team next year over the top if he was to ever come back?
Are you saying I don't see him coming back, but I do think if he did come back, it would be like a solid grounding to at least previous teams, and it wouldn't feel as fresh, obviously.
Can I ask why you don't see him coming back? Like, is it just because you don't see the 5th year being granted?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think there's a time. They're going to set a timetable on that where I don't think they allow him to come back. Now, do they do it in enough time where somebody is able to sue and then get that, and then it opens up the can of worms just like it did with Pavia?
Now they're just denying people after Pavia, so who knows? Yeah. I don't know. I would say right now 0. I'm with you all. If they grant it, I would say like a really good chance, maybe something the staff was.
But Jordan Gainey is hanging around like that. He's still on campus.
Why I don't like the chances. I feel like there's a lot of smoke. Yeah. I don't like it.
Well, I think it's one of those things like he's not going to play in the NBA, so he's able to just train here just in case. I don't hate that, and I don't hate Tennessee leaving a spot and then.
But who's that spot for?
Well, if you go get somebody.
But there's another guy who has a 5th year if he gets granted that I think you would take back first if he wants to.
I don't think Zakai Ziegler's coming back. Not with what you got in Jacoby Gillespie.
Again, I think that's who you'd take.
I don't see Zakai coming back.
Yeah.
Right.
Even granted those.
Why?
First of all, he's already kind of moved on.
Yeah, and he's done the whole thing where it's like he had his
he had
his run
and all that.
Not that I'm saying it's out of the picture. I'm just saying.
But he's
it kind of ended.
He's not playing in the NBA next year.
No, he's not.
Or the G League.
No,
he is headed overseas.
Yeah.
You think he would rather do that than get the opportunity to play at Tennessee? Because I know that would be Rick Barnes' first call if it's granted.
I think it would have to be like, well.
I mean, but what do you do with Jacoby Gillespie? They play the same position. It's different with Gainey.
I don't think we wouldn't take him. I just think it would be a matter of if they're both like, do you think this is like something that we would want to do? And he's
also I mean, could you pay since you paid Jacoby Gillespie, could you pay Zakai what he would make overseas?
According to the Yamale Autos, yeah. Money's infinite.
Yeah, I mean,
you can pay him. You can pay him in Knoxville brand deals.
I think there's a better chance that Jordan Gainey comes back than Zakai.
Well, yes, 100% agree on that. If both of them could come back, I'd probably take Zakai. At the same time, again, with Jacoby Gillespie, it's like, at what point is it kind of like, you did your final tour, you did your goodbyes, like you had your moment. Not that he wouldn't love to come back and do it again. Like, I don't think that would be a deterring factor, but it's like,
yeah, at what point do you just like, hey, like it's time for me to move on?
After year 5, apparently, if they get the 5th year. I mean, I don't like. It's not like he, burned the city to the ground on his way out.
No, I just don't see.
I would assume his mom still lives here.
Oh, so
maybe.
There's definitely no smoke for it like there is Jordan Gainey.
Yeah.
Jordan Gainey is running for that 13th scholarship
Jordan
spot.
Gainey is in Knoxville preparing.
Campaigning for it right now.
Yeah.
We're going to have an election.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the polls. We're going to get I voted stickers.
Yeah, I think you do kind of leave that open just in case. But I think it would be Jordan Gainey's and not Zakai's.
So play a little hypothetical. Jordan Gainey is back. What's your, as of what you have right now, pending yesterday, starting 5 rotation?
Oh, it's Gillespie, it's Jordan Gainey, it's Nate Ament, it's Jalen Carey, and Felix Okpara.
Yes.
Which feels so much more.
Maybe Estrella how healthy what that recovery looks back at the 4 potentially.
Yeah, but I do think Jalen Carey's, from what I've seen from, I haven't seen JP Estrella in a year, but from what I've seen, Jalen Carey is a lot better offensively than Estrella. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong.
Rick Barnes gives a damn about that.
What?
Offense.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
A single one. I mean,
he should after last year because that's what kept you from a Final Four.
To be fair, but just the shooting.
Well, I'm just saying, like, having a guy that can have his back to the basket and get you a bucket, you did not have that all year long.
Jalen Carey's not necessarily that.
No, but him coupled with Okparo, like,
he is
so
that,
much more safe. Not even by himself.
He did it against Tennessee.
I don't think he's the answer.
But he can't
with
just
Felix,
do it. He's not Grant Williams at that level.
I didn't say that.
But you said, but when you say get you a bucket, it's like, well, we can't hit shots. Let's just go inside, and that was Grant Williams.
He gives you a better chance of getting inside without,
since Grant Williams.
And then Okparo's not getting double teamed down low.
I think it's a happy medium from Grant. Like, it's something inside, whereas last year you had nothing.
And Jacoby has to provide so much more depth from like outside. Like it's coupled now with like even spread.
Is he better than Kumwa? Because we kind of thought we had that in him, but he was a black hole. That's the problem with guys like that, is they're often black holes.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't think
that's what you kind of have to figure out.
I don't think Kumwa had like the.
Yeah, I'm just not willing to say he's the answer to our offensive woes.
I think he could be the third option though. Like, you have Amit's got to be your guy.
Right.
And Jacoby Gillespie probably has to be your next guy. And then, like,
yeah, you're right. I would.
I think you hope it's Jalen Carey or whoever in the post. I think it has to be a post. I don't know if Amari Abram would be the answer. Maybe. I mean, we saw him, like, he was really good his freshman year at Ole Miss. He barely played at Georgia Tech his sophomore year. And then his third year at Louisiana Tech, you saw a little bit more of it. And he shot pretty well from 3, so maybe he can be a shooter. If you're averaging 12 at Louisiana Tech, what do you average at Tennessee in the SEC? I don't know, because we saw Dalton Knecht fill it up. We saw Chaz Lanier be able to fill it up. I mean, I think it's cool if he's your third option, but I think it would be cool if Tennessee could do it in the post, because it's a total change of what they had from last year. Because there was 3 options at the guard position, and that was it. And a lob to Okpara.
Which I hope that's still working.
And maybe, like, it could be. I know Cade Phillips is working on that 3-point shot. I don't know if he's not going to be a volume shooter, but can he make people guard him out there, at least, like, hit some of those long mid-range jumpers? Could Estrella be that? I know he shot the ball a lot, when he was in high school. So, I don't know. There's a lot of smoke. Like, could this be Tennessee's most talented team? I'm not willing to say that at all.
I'm not. I mean, a lot of unanswered questions.
Sure.
I mean, I'm not.
But that's kind of basketball now.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's a complete roster overhaul, and that's what it's going to be for pretty much every major team year in, year out. Now, you might have 1 or 2 guys that are there for a few years, but for the majority of your team's a massive overhaul.
Yeah. But that Amari Abram, I think that is a big get for Tennessee. They needed a 2-guard because you don't know what's going to happen with Jordan Gainey. I mean, 9 times out of 10 it probably doesn't work out that way. So needed a guy, and you struck out on some of them, but landed a solid option at that 2-guard position. Now we just got to see if he can produce at that same level he was at Louisiana Tech, or even a little bit more, because Tennessee needs to replace a lot of scoring from last year's team.
Yes.
And you're relying heavily on a point guard and Jacoby Gillespie, who has to kind of fill those shoes of Zakai, and then Nate Ament, who is a freshman, but he's the number 2 player in the country. He needs to play like he's the number 2 player in the country.
He's expected to come in and be impactful by everyone, not just Tennessee fans.
Right.
Now, by me, he's expected to be our savior, but that's just me.
Yeah, got to be.
So, all right, we will talk some more transfer portal on the other side of this break. So make sure you hang with us. If you got anything else for basketball, go ahead and drop them in a chat wherever you're listening, or tweet it, or you can DM Landon, however you want to go about that. But stick with us on the other side of the break. It's more important issues on Fan Run Radio. Welcome back into the the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios here at Fan Run Radio. Gotta get me fired back up before we jump in to what else is happening in Knoxville. I want to tell you guys about Grade A Grounds. Hey, coffee lovers, do you want to start your day with a fresh, locally roasted cup of coffee and make a difference while doing it? Grade A Grounds is more than just great coffee. They are all about giving back. Right now, you can support an incredible cause by purchasing one of their special edition coffee bags featuring artwork from talented students and benefiting amazing organizations. And if you're part of a school, team, church, or nonprofit looking for a delicious way to raise funds, they've got you covered. With their coffee fundraisers, your group keeps 40% of every sale, meaning more support for the things that matter most to you. And here's the best part. Just for being a loyal listener, they're giving you 10% off your order. Use the promo code MORE at checkout and enjoy premium coffee while supporting a great mission. That's promo code MORE, M-O-R-E. Head over to gradeagrounds.com to grab your bag today. That's gradeagrounds.com. And don't forget to use promo code MORE for 10% off. Drink great coffee, make a great impact. Grade A Grounds, coffee with a cause. I did my first cold brew with B is for Blueberry, my personal favorite. Phenomenal. I mean, just, if you were at the golf tournament, that's actually the cold brew they had was B is for Blueberry, and boy, does that stuff hit.
It's awesome. Even just the smell.
The smell.
I could make a candle out of it.
I love the smell of coffee. Like, even some mornings when I don't really want much coffee, like I could just do a sip. I'll just make it in the house so I can smell it. I mean, the smell of B is for Blueberry is just off the charts.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Make sure y'all go check them out. I had 2 bags delivered to the house last week. I need to talk to them about like reoccurring. Just send it to me every month
Just
or whatever.
Keep it coming.
Yeah, because I always forget and I run out of it and I have to go back to. I won't mention their name, but I got to go back to like an oldie but goodie. And I mean, I don't mind it, but I like to have the good stuff around.
Keep it stocked.
Yeah.
Speaking of stocked, the Falcons are stocking up on edge rushers. They, I think I read something where the last 12 years they're been dead last or close to dead last in the league in sacks. And what are they doing? They are getting all the edge rushers they can. They got, I think, Mikael Williams from Georgia in the first round, and then they traded back into the first round with the Rams to get James Pierce at number 26. They gave up quite a bit, and I know they were not, a lot of Falcons fans were not happy about that, but they gave away a 2026 first-round pick, the number 46 overall pick, and then I think a 4th-round pick, and then the Falcons got the 26th pick and another 4th-round pick. So traded a lot. That 2026 first round, a lot of people did not love that. But if James Pierce and Mikael Williams works out, I think Falcon fans are going to be like, who cares? Screw that 2026 first-round pick. Because we're in the back anyway. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So, yeah, James Pierce, that's I mean, he's going to terrorize people. The fact that he's been doubted so much, this whole process, he's been he's got character issues, the production wasn't there his junior year like it was his sophomore year, this and that. James Pierce produces. He's a dog, and I don't really know a whole lot about the whole character issues. We never really saw it, so I don't know where that's coming from. I'm sure there might be some truth to it, but
I'm not buying it unless people put their name on it.
Yeah. I need to see some proof. Jeremy Banks, there was a little bit of proof in that.
All right, Joey. Chill.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I heard you. I heard something about Jeremy Banks.
I know. I'm saying
I'm sorry. That you can see how that could be misunderstood. I apologize.
I'm holding my tongue. No problem with the young gentleman.
And then you had 3 more guys get drafted from Tennessee. You had Omar Norman Lott go in the 2nd round, number 63 overall, to the Kansas City Chiefs. I like where he went. I think 2nd round probably fits him. I know there was some, he was kind of highly touted going into this draft, what he could bring. He didn't play a ton of snaps at Tennessee. That was just because they rotated so much. They had so many. That defensive front was so talented. But he gets to play with one of the best in the game, and Chris Jones.
Yeah.
And then he gets to go up against Trey Smith every single day. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, no, it's a good landing spot. I like it.
Yeah, good situation, good franchise.
I don't mean to jump around, but a couple other Chiefs. Number one, Sir William Brooks.
Yeah.
Sir Robert William Brooks. And South Knoxville guy, Southwell High School alum, headed over there. I hope he just likes being referred to as a Western Kentucky alum now, too. Hopefully that's it. In Elijah Young.
Yeah. Yeah, really cool to see him get that landing spot. And I'm going to say this, like, I don't know anything about the NFL in terms of, like, what they look like in a pro prospect because, I mean, Jalen McCullough, who thought he was going to start for the Rams?
Right.
Juwan Jennings, I mean, we all, like, loved him here, but we didn't think he was going to be, like...
He doesn't. I don't know if he has like a single like. You know when you look at the ratings on wide receivers on Madden,
what's their hand size?
Well, I mean, speed, strength. He's got a lot of strength. But yeah, you go through that list, like he doesn't really have those attributes. But
that dog meter though,
he's got dog.
Yeah,
strength's up there. Like I said, the strength's there. Route running, I mean, is good. I guess I wouldn't put him in the exceptional category.
No.
Love to see it though.
Yeah, 7th round pick
for all those guys.
Theo Jackson was another undrafted guy who found his way with the Vikings. Emmanuel Mosley. Yep.
I know he's battled some injuries, but was a starter for the 49ers before he.
Yeah, I think Justin Coleman was another
for Detroit, right?
Yep.
Before he got, I know he's battled some injury too, but yeah, starters at one point. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, so if you get an opportunity, like you have a shot.
I think all those guys we named except one were coached by Willie Martinez, by the way. I just want to note that.
Yeah, it is crazy. we do crap on him, but he's kind of produced, if we're being honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tim Banks, too. He gets some credit.
Sure.
You also had Dante Thornton get selected in the 4th round, 108 overall to the Vegas Raiders. I mean, he looks like a Vegas guy.
I thought you were going to say NFL receiver, and I was like, yes, he does.
Oh, I was going to say, like, he just fits in black and silver.
Okay, yeah.
I just think that fits him. And it's a franchise, like, they are looking for some answers, and they took a flyer in the 4th round on a guy who, I mean, he was Tennessee's best receiver last year. That's not saying a whole lot.
Right.
Has a deep threat. I mean, that's what you're talking about, the attributes being there. Like, Dante Thornton has that.
Right.
But the production hasn't been there. So, yeah, I think that's a good landing spot for him because they don't have a ton of answers at receiver. So, it's not like he's going in that room with the Cincinnati Bengals, and you're like, well, he's never going to play.
Right.
And then you have Dylan Sampson, also in the 4th round, 126 overall to the Cleveland Browns. I mean, at least the Cleveland Browns made one solid pick in this draft. Good God.
Don't do that to him.
I'm just saying, like, why 2 quarterbacks?
To be fair, if you're that late in it and a guy like Shadur is there, I think you take him.
Yeah, I agree, but
why
take Dylan Gabriel then?
That's the great question. It's not Shadur that, in my opinion, that's the question.
Oh, I agree with you.
Yeah.
That's what why is 2?
Well, drafting one quarterback hadn't worked out for him, so I thought maybe they thought
maybe
two
that's a good point.
To do it.
Well, let's try something different.
But then they also signed. They've got Joe Flacco and
Deshaun Watson.
Well, he's injured.
Oh, allegedly.
Who else did they sign this offseason? They've got another veteran.
Kenny Pickett.
Kenny Pickett, not a veteran. I don't think I wouldn't classify him as a veteran. He is
very small hands.
Too. Yeah, he is technically a veteran. I wouldn't classify him as a veteran.
Yeah.
Now Joe Flacco.
And it's interesting with Dylan Sampson. They kind of did the same. They took Quinshon Judkins, and then took Dylan Sampson. I mean, maybe they're looking for some youth in that running back room, and hopefully he gets a shot. I mean, I think Dylan Sampson's a heck of a running back, and last year should tell you everything you need to know about him. That was not a good offense, and he carried them to and the defense helped too, but he carried that offense to a playoff berth.
Right.
Man, the Haslams. That's where John Kelly was at as well. I don't know if he's still with that franchise, but
Yeah. Also, Vontae Mack, Ray Jennings. I didn't watch. I did not watch draft day this weekend, so I'm gonna have to watch it at some point.
John Kelly is still with the Browns. Oh, he's currently a free agent. Never mind. And then you had some guys get that. You mentioned the free agent deal. I think Amari Thomas went to the Saints.
Yep.
Cooper Mays went to the Dolphins. And then was there another one?
Did you mention Simmons to the Cardinals?
Simmons to the Cardinals. Thank you.
Yep.
Still waiting on Brew McCoy. That's an odd one to me because I thought he would, very similar to Juwan Jennings, the way that he can push DBs around and, he has good hands. He doesn't have phenomenal speed, but you should look at Juwan Jennings and be like, yeah, maybe speed isn't everything.
Right.
So, I'm surprised he hasn't got a shot because I think he's a great character guy as well. That would fit a locker room perfectly.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Or maybe he's in the UFL.
No.
Sure. He got didn't he get drafted or he got a deal on the table?
I have no idea.
I thought I saw that.
I mean, I do feel like he belongs in the XFL with all the personality media stuff that they've formed off the field. XFL sounds like a perfect fit. No.
Ooh, does Dion kind of try to overtake the NFL by taking over the UFL because of what they did to his son? That'd be a great movie.
I don't know or care. I care so little about Deion Sanders.
Yeah.
Do you want me to care more? I can.
No, I don't give a shit.
What are your thoughts on the prank call? I don't even know if me and you have talked about it.
On the prank call?
Yeah.
I mean, that kind of sucks, but at the same time, pretty funny.
Done in terrible taste.
Yeah.
Awful taste. Kind of funny.
Yeah. College me would be like, dude, that's hilarious. Now I'm like, man, that sucks, but still kind of funny.
Oh, man.
The fact that it was on video, too, is wild.
Why would you let someone video? I get, so Shadur was on live stream, Twitch or whatever.
Yeah.
What? That kid's an idiot. They would have never known it was you, but you and your dumbass friends had to videotape you doing it.
And post it somewhere.
Who would do something like that? Who would, for example, this is just a wild, what I would view as an adjacent thing.
Yeah.
Someone just sees a trampoline on a golf course, jumps out of a car, does a flip on it, and then a friend films it, and they're never invited back. Why would you do that?
And it was a Falcons, this.
Yeah.
He was the GM for the Falcons or something?
Defense coordinator. It was his son.
Gotcha. Also, Dion played for the Falcons.
Yeah, big conspiracy, I'm sure.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the Falcons are on the list, wherever that list is at. They've made the list.
Do you think he has a list?
Oh, yeah, he's got to.
Did you listen to anything I said, by the way?
About what?
The comparison?
To
making the prank phone call and filming yourself doing a dumb act.
Who did that?
Did you just the guy that did this filmed himself doing it. That's how he got caught.
Oh, I know.
Did you not hear me compare it to something?
What did you compare it to?
Jesus Christ! Play it back, Joey.
I wasn't here either.
Okay, so the prank call to Shadur, kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
But the idiot filmed it. He would have never been caught.
Right.
But him and his friends had to film it.
Well, there might have been some sort of internal investigation if they really cared.
But
considering
they said he acquired it by walking by a lap or an open
right,
iPad.
Right.
They would have never found out.
Probably not.
I equated it to some if you're just a dumbass and you're on a golf course, you see a trampoline.
Okay.
And you get out and do a flip on it while your friend films it. And then you're never invited back to said golf course. I mean, you're an idiot for doing that.
So which one of y'all was that? Was that Landon?
Who filmed
I was
it,
the
though?
idiot filming it.
Who's worse, though?
Have you not seen this video? I thought I posted on my
No,
story.
is this recent?
Yeah, I thought I posted on my story.
Well, no. Okay, so here's two different. Well,
this
first
was
off,
at the one of the nicest golf courses I've ever played.
which was
The Virginian.
Oh, this happened this last.
Yeah, this happened Monday.
Week.
I just sent it to you.
Okay, and you're
you
not allowed
post
back.
No, I didn't post it.
Oh.
I wouldn't do that to you.
I mean,
Did they actually find out?
No, I'm just kidding. I just thought it'd be hilarious if that's how if we didn't.
Yeah, what a sick way to go out, though.
I mean, here's my thing with the video. Oh, it's an in. Oh, it's dude. Okay.
Isn't that sick?
Yeah, you should totally.
And it's like what, 15 feet from the cart path? Like you have to.
Yeah, and it's also in the ground. I was
Right.
thinking like he's got to climb the ladder and like unzip it.
He has,
That's-
he has to take his shoes off.
Yeah, that seems a bit aggressive. Oh, you did a front flip. Nice. You went back.
I made him go back and do a flip. I say made. He was like, "You want me to do it?"
I mean, the thing with the video is like, it's funny it happened for the person that does it, right? But then like, it's only funny within your friend group of like 5 people, and no one ever believes you. You have to video it. You have to. Otherwise, it's you and the 2 people in the room with the folk.
I think that's okay. I
No,
think
but
that's
because
okay.
you don't believe that stuff nowadays.
Yeah, but not like.
Oh, we were the ones that prank called shit. No, you weren't.
But then you had to issue an apology. You
Who
like
did he act
sad
like? What
sack
team
of-
did he act like?
I don't
Was
think
it
he
the
acted like.
Browns?
I don't think he acted like anyone.
No, I think he did.
There was someone on the clock, but he didn't say who he was with. I don't think.
I could have sworn he was like. The name of who he pretended to be was like the owner.
Oh, okay. Maybe he did.
I can't remember who it was.
Like Dorsey or something. I don't remember. He said some name that he was like, what? But maybe I'm of the rare party, but I think you got to film it. I think you got to. I'd rather eat it because first off, I mean, well, he's probably.
They fined his dad $100,000.
I know, and that's why I'm thinking like, does he? I mean, how much of that is getting put on him?
I would, if I was the father, I'd put all of it on.
But he was just in the room. But he gave him the number.
Oh, I thought it was him that did it.
No. He's the one sitting on the couch.
That looks terrified
to the left
of
in the
the
video.
camera.
Yeah, which is
Even
probably
worse. So you could have been completely out of it, and they would have had to connect the dots.
Yes, that should have been the.
And you could have been like, I hate that guy.
Right. I wasn't there. He must have stole my phone when I was, in the shower or asleep or something like that, or saw my text on my iPad or laptop. But way easier to, don't be in the video. You do have the responsibility to recognize, hey, don't film this. Well, actually film it. Let me move really quick.
I wonder what other phone numbers they acquired that they prank called that day.
Speaking of conspiracy,
okay,
was this a play by Dion because it was so embarrassing? They needed people to start feeling bad for sure.
They needed to soften the blow.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe I like it.
I'll wait to incriminate myself after we're off air, but just remind me.
Did you call someone?
No, that's not mine. I have, I'm sure. No, that's not mine.
Well, the good news is we're going to a break, short break, so we get to hear the story. You guys, because Joey's a coward, don't get to hear it. But maybe me and Landon will tell you about it on the other side. So stay tuned, boys and girls. It's More Important Issues on Fan Run Radio. Welcome back into the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. It is More Important Issues on Fan Run Radio. Auburn's coming to town.
Auburn's coming to town.
The War Eagle?
Yeah.
The Tigers? I don't know.
And this,
you don't know. We don't know.
This is kind of on me. Haven't really looked at Auburn because you know what? This series is all about Tennessee.
Okay.
It's no more like let's scout this team and scout that. Tennessee just needs to be better. They need their bullpen to show up. They need their All-American to show up in the field and at the plate. And Tony's got to figure out some of this lineup. Like, they're not scoring runs like they have been in years past. And the errors are kind of head-scratching because Tennessee's always had a really good infield. Even though when they haven't been, like, as talented, like that 2021 year, they were super sound in the field. And they need to get back to that. And it seems like a lot of this is, like, in their head for whatever reason, but they need to get back to playing really good baseball and sound baseball. You can't, expect Liam Doyle to shut everybody down. And he did the other night, and you still blew it. Marcus Phillips pitched well on Saturday. They need to figure out what they're going to do on Sunday because right now they just don't have a great answer. I thought Tegan Kuhn's pitched pretty well the other day, but didn't start. A.J. Russell started. The velo wasn't there. He was topping out at like 93, and he's usually like 96, 97. And you're not blowing 93 by anybody in the SEC. They see it every week. So they need to get back to doing what they're doing. And I don't know if this slight little tweak that Tony did in the midweek kind of gets them going. And it's Gavin Keelan at the leadoff spot, and Dean Curley moves down. Whether that's if he's second or whatever, right now the guy's batting .302. You need your leadoff guy batting a lot better than that. I like Keelan and then Hunter Inslee. That's what I would do. Now, no, you want Hunter to have guys on base, but the guy that's on base the most is Gavin Keelan, other than Andrew Fisher. But I don't think you want Hunter that far down the lineup. So I like Gavin Keelan, Hunter Inslee, Andrew Fisher, and then you could go like a Dean Curley or a Dalton Bargo. They need to figure out some runs because right now it's just not good enough. They need to fix the errors. I mean, Dean Curley has 11 errors so far this season. That's not good at all. It needs to be fixed. I know they've DH'd him some, but when you DH him, then you kind of give up a spot at the plate because Antigua's usually going to play in the field. He's great in the field, but the bat he's batting 200 on the season. So I don't know how you kind of work this out. You got to kind of mad scientist it. Like, I would like to see a Blake Grimmer who's batting .393 on the season get some more opportunities. A Chris Newstrom batting .372 on the season. A guy that we would love to see get going again is Levi Clark. I would like to see him get going again.
Yeah, that's a bat you have missed dearly.
Yep.
And Levi Clark.
So, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and try to say, like, Auburn's a good baseball team, just like everybody in the SEC. Tennessee needs to win and win at home. They've lost 4 of their last 6 SEC games. They've lost 3 of their last 4 SEC series. So they need to get back. If they really want to host a regional, these next 2 weekends at home need to figure some stuff out because you got Auburn, you got Vanderbilt, and then you got Arkansas on the road who I don't know what the score is right now, but Arkansas was hammering Texas. So, I mean, those are 2 of the top teams probably in the SEC right now. I'll say this. I mean, if Dean Curley fields some ground balls on Friday night, we're not really having this conversation. We're probably talking a little bit more about Auburn because Tennessee wins the series, and whatever happens Sunday, who cares? Because you won the series. You won on the road. I mean, I don't think that LSU team is phenomenal. They got some dudes up at the top of their lineup, but they're pitching. They have some big guys, but I don't think they were just great by any means. I mean, Tennessee hit their Friday night guy. They hit their Saturday guy. Sunday, I don't know what Sunday was. We're just going to wash that. But, yeah, they need to figure it out. The time is now, like, I mean, we're sitting here asking questions about this team in May now, and that's not where you kind of want to be.
Right.
So, figure it out.
A lot of big series coming up, too.
Yep.
Not just this one.
And the bullpen, it's like after Liam Doyle, like Braden Krenzel got going. He's back from his illness. He pitched in the midweek game for an inning. Want to see him get back there on Sunday. AJ Russell, like, I mean, people keep asking, like, is he ever going to, like, pitch more? And until we see it, probably not at this point.
Right.
It kind of is what it is. And, you know, Michael Sharman pitched pretty well on Sunday. I'd like to see him get a little bit more run there. Dylan Loy, I think you need to pitch the crap out of that guy. You know, they need guys to eat up some innings because, I mean, Liam Doyle is going to throw a lot of strikes, but he's also going to throw a lot of pitches. So, you know, you need guys that can close out that game. Nate Snead's got to be a little bit better, I think. He's been fine, but he needs to be a little bit better if he's going to be at that elite status like he was coming into the season as. So, yeah. Sorry that wasn't a big, like, preview for Auburn because I think this is more of just, like...
That's unfortunately, like, isn't that what, like, the last few weeks and the next few weeks are, though? It's like,
yeah,
you got to get
like,
stuff figured out before Hoover, before postseason play starts.
Yep.
And got a lot to figure out, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. I mean, because, like, right now, like, I mean, we got to win at home. That's the thing. It's like Tennessee has been so good at home the last couple of years. I mean, we haven't lost back-to-back series since, I think, like, the first year Tony Vitello was here in the SEC. So something needs to be done. Something needs to be figured out. There needs to be some leadership, too. I mean, it's on Tony, I guess, at the end of the day. But, you know, these guys got to come together and get something done. Hunter Inslee, Andrew Fisher, Gavin Keelan, like Dean Curley, like those guys need to figure it out, whatever it takes. Because this is a really good baseball team, and it just doesn't make a lot of sense that they're kind of beating themselves at this point. So, figure it out, and let's go beat Auburn. Let's beat the shit out of Vanderbilt next week, and then go to Arkansas with everything figured out, and, I mean, just dunk all over Dave Van Horn. Nothing would excite me more.
Have you seen what they're doing to Texas tonight?
Yeah, I did.
It is an unpantsing, I think is the only way to put it.
Okay.
It's like 9-0 right now, bottom 8.
I think so, yeah.
Top 8, something like that.
Well,
I think a lot of those runs were scored very early on.
Yeah, I think it was 4-0 quick.
Well, you know, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? All right.
Now, are y'all in, like Gavin Keelan, your leadoff guy going forward?
I like it. I'm in. I'll follow your lead on that one. I trust you.
Yeah, I think that's...
Is that a yes nod?
Yeah, sorry, Landon and I made eye contact before, and that was definitely
You looked at me right in my eyes.
Yeah.
And winked.
God, it's so good.
Here.
I'm going to have you...
Do it again.
Oh, sorry. Wait. God. I'm going to have you film that. I'm going to make it my text tone. Every time just my text tone.
I'm going to do it every time, like when we start doing golf content, every time we hit the golf ball, then it's like...
We just sounded over. You got that. What's awesome is I think you probably have 4 or 5 other good ones back there just loaded up that you don't know yet.
Yeah, what do you think you have?
I don't know.
See, I don't want to put them on because if it sounds bad, then it
Yeah, but he could work on it. We could always circle
That's true.
back.
What's another, like, kind of noise?
What about, like, a door creaking? You got that in you?
I don't think so.
That's
not bad.
It's not bad, but you could work on that one.
For the first time ever trying
Yeah,
that.
you could work on
Is there any more action sounds? Like,
I don't think I do any good bird calls, but do y'all ever whistle at birds and then they, like, tweet back at you?
Yeah, all the time.
And you're like, I speak their language.
On the golf course? Mm-hmm.
I just hiss at geese, and they usually hiss back.
Dude, you know, that's what pissed me off about Monday. Those geese at the Virginian did not hiss back. I just hiss at them, and they just look at me like I was an idiot. Quit looking at me, Schwan. Ridiculous.
Also, I forgot to mention Stone Wallace. Is he back? He giving this team a little bit of a boost late. I know it was a midweek game, but hit 2 bombs.
Be nice.
We'll see. Also, I don't know if y'all, what we're kind of talking about after this, I know we're going to kind of wrap up the show, but if you haven't got a chance to go to the new Smoky Stadium, it is really cool. I'm glad they did that.
I'm still dying to go.
Yeah, Landon, you just keep shilling over there for Randy Boyd. Keep it up.
Actually, I'm going Thursday, Friday.
Tomorrow?
I think no, next Friday.
Oh, next Friday. Okay.
The 9th? Does that sound about right?
We're going to one Knox game. I don't know when yet, but
Tomorrow's the 2nd. Yeah, the 9th sounds about right. Friday.
Okay.
I believe it's also a one Knox game.
And the cool thing is you can, I guess basically with all minor league games, but you don't really get this option with Tennessee anymore. You can sit wherever.
Yeah, that is nice.
not at one Knox, man. They sold that thing out last Saturday.
What?
Yeah, I talked to him.
I don't know about sellout, but they had like 6,500. What does it seat? I think they got close to capacity.
They were expecting 3,000, an usher said, and there were 7,000 people there.
They sold. Well, that usher's an idiot. They sold way more than that. I know ahead of time because they were talking about it breaking the Knoxville soccer attendance record.
Well, I know they gave a lot of corporate tickets away, so they didn't expect all those people to actually come. I don't think.
Well, I mean
the food vendors and everything were they didn't have enough food.
Well, they were talking about it they were expecting it. One Knox was tweeting out and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
As much as I don't enjoy soccer, I would not mind soccer, just this being the new drunk Knoxville kind of rowdy. Any excuse to go try to just chant and be,
Sure. Knoxville or soccer's fun.
Yeah. Soccer in person is definitely fun.
Yeah.
How does is it hard to see?
It looked like it was. Yeah, it looked like they changed the color quite well. Where it's you could kind of see it, but not.
What?
You're talking about the change between the baseball and the soccer?
Yeah, I'm more just talking about is there
the sight lines and where you sit.
Yeah.
I mean they bring they run it from. I think they run it from the one in line is the third base dugout, and then they run it to the outfield there. I believe it was the orientation. So the only seats that are even kind of far is some of them down that left field line.
Oh, okay.
But I mean they run it close to home plate, fairly
That's
close
cool.
to home plate. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I know they had to change out the mound, which is insane how they do that.
Yeah, no, it is. It's actually that technology's been there since they used to do it in Oakland. So that's a positive is it's not anything too wild. Nashville did it. When they played in the USL, they were playing in the Sound Stadium. And they talked about watching. I read that they went out and learned how to do it from some. There's another minor league stadium that does it too, maybe in Arizona. But no, it is nuts because it essentially retracts into the ground, which I think so. Theirs retracts into the ground. I think the old one at the Oakland Coliseum actually it didn't retract into the ground. I think it essentially came out and they forklifted it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, really cool, and got to see Christian Moore this week. He had 3 hits the other night, including his first home run of the season back in Knoxville, just like of course he did. And then I think he had 2 walks last night when I went. Had an RBI, so he's not going to be there long. So if you get a chance to go see Christian Moore in Knoxville, you better go do it.
Will they be playing in Knoxville anytime soon?
I think they play again at some point.
Right, but will he be there?
I don't know. That's a good one. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think you better.
There was a stretch where they played for a while, which I think is this whole setup, and then we might go down there though. That might be where I don't know if they come back after the stretch, but recently.
Yeah, it'll be later on in the season probably when they come back. But yeah, I think on the same night, Christian Moore hit a home run, Blake Burke, and Trey Lipscomb. It felt like a 2022 game in Knoxville. But yeah, it's a really cool stadium. Go check them out. Also, really great food. I'm not going to sit here and do free ads for anybody, but good food. Unless you want to pay me for that ad, then we'll definitely do.
Yeah, sure.
Then it's fantastic food.
Yeah.
I still need to get a hat. Knoxville.
I saw one today that looked
I found some
sick. The Knoxville Smokies.
Some rope hats.
I saw like a Knoxville.
I wonder where they're getting those at.
I assume the team store.
Yeah, the team store. There's a team store there.
Well, not online. Their ones online are pretty.
I don't love the KS logo.
Yeah,
it's not my favorite.
They should. What I wish
the Trash Pandas logo is so cool.
I wish they had done like a full overhaul of the logo rather than just essentially making the Tennessee Smokies the Knoxville Smokies.
Yeah.
But hey, that's just me, and what do I know? I just have a meeting every Monday morning with Danny White.
Right.
Beyond that. All right. You said you had some questions?
Yeah, I did. Let me get to that real quick. All Vol Everything says, why do you think Heupel struggles more on the recruiting front compared to other major Vol sports?
I mean, it's a totally different. I wouldn't say that it's like. I mean, I know Rick Barnes kind of resuscitated himself there, but I mean, if you had asked me that a week and a half ago, I would have sat here and been like, Yeah, I just don't think we've fully developed the full, like, I mean, he should have gotten a little bit more by now, but.
And I feel like it's being a little overblown, I think.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's a complete recruiting deficiency like a lot pretend it is. I mean, it could be better, don't get me wrong. And, I mean, I think Tony Vitello, number one, winning a national championship, which I know he was recruiting well before that, but then winning a national championship kind of, changes the game.
Mm-hmm.
Rick Barnes is a guy who's been doing it forever and is, I mean, we still hear about how he coached Katie, so still riding that a little bit. Josh Heupel doesn't have that in him, nor does he have a national championship. But I also think it's hard to compare him to Tony Vitello because Tony Vitello is just a very unique individual, and what he is and what he's about resonates with young guys.
Yeah, I think it's hard to compare the different sports because they're different situations, and they've kind of like grown a little bit in their own way. Tony just like went to 0 to 100,
right?
Whereas like Josh Heupel, it's kind of been a gradual growth, and same with Rick Barnes. It took a while to kind of get there, and then he had some guys that just it all clicked for one season. Like those guys probably weren't the most talented overall. Like obviously there's some guys still in the NBA floating around, and there's Grant Williams obviously who's a a role player. But I mean there's no like that team wasn't like 4 stars and 5 stars. Like they were a bunch of 3 stars that it was just the perfect storm, it felt like. And then with Josh Heupel, like James Pierce was a first-round draft pick. Like he's gotten guys to campus and then gotten them to where they should be. Like they're not regressing when they're getting here. I don't think. I think he's done pretty well in the transfer portal. I mean, Jermod McCoy, and there's been others that I can't really. I mean, Brew McCoy. I guess we're just going McCoys. But yeah, I think he's done good enough. I'm like you. It can be better,
right?
But I mean, he got you like that 5-star quarterback that we wanted. He's got a 5-star receiver. He's got 5-star edge rushers. He's got a 5-star defensive lineman this year. I mean, I think he's done pretty good for himself because there was a time where, I mean, recruiting was terrible. And they've done like okay, like Jeremy Pruitt recruited pretty well, but it was kind of whatever that was.
I mean, he
was ahead of his time,
and he recruited well at spots. I mean, that team wasn't ready to compete as a whole.
Yeah, but he couldn't recruit a good quarterback,
right?
So, I do want to kind of point this out: the 2 quarterbacks that play for a national championship, both transfers.
So Joey Aguilar is going to be.
I'm just pointing it out there.
We're calling it the Joey Aguilar situation now? Is that?
Yeah.
Just kind of silly.
Yeah.
I love that he's being a little silly though. Got to be a little silly.
Mm-hmm.
He also got called fat by Rick Barnes. Got to feel good.
Yeah, I don't think it's a huge. I think there needs to be better recruiters on staff.
What if he had called Kim Caldwell fat?
Oh.
You think he like ran that joke by his wife? Because obviously she's not, and
No
she's
chance.
like, she just had a baby.
Well, that's the thing.
2
Is like
months ago, Rick, you need to calm down. It's not funny.
I think it's like him being an old man. Like that's like it's funny.
No, never with a woman who just had a baby.
Oh, I'm talking about like him with Josh Heupel.
No, yeah. I'm
not
saying
to
like
Kim Caldwell.
you think he like kind of ran that joke like by because I would have been. I'm so dumb, like not calling Kim Caldwell fat. I wouldn't have said it like calling Josh Heupel fat. I would have made that joke and been like, "Oh my God, she had a baby a few months ago, you moron."
Yeah, it just doesn't hit the same.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, no, I'm really good at putting my foot in my mouth, so I would have done it. Credit to Rick Barnes, he can think on his feet.
Yeah, good for him.
Dylan, get him to come on the pod.
I don't know. Apparently, we got a contact for Kim as well. So,
wow.
Call Dylan. Let's hear about this.
He just got to my house.
Well, say you'll see him in
Call
about
him.
30 minutes.
I was gonna make him do it on the show. He hadn't been on the show in a while.
Why didn't he come drive straight here?
Yeah,
He probably passed by. He did.
He
pass
did.
by.
Manny
He
could have dropped
certainly
him
did.
off.
Are you calling him?
He didn't. No, he did. He doesn't want it bad enough.
It's no heart.
Yeah.
We fought for Tony P. We're going to fight for Rick Barnes. And Kim. We'll give her a fair due.
Well, we got to bring in our secret weapon, Joey Boots.
Oh, okay. Got scared me. I didn't know what our secret weapon
Call
was.
Dylan.
Just get me really drunk at a Megan Maroney concert, which we just missed. Actually, we should have crowdsourced. Not that Rick Barnes was one for a Megan Maroney concert in Knoxville, but
I bet he was there.
Had to be.
probably.
All right. Most important.
I just saw this. There's
I'm not prepared for most important.
9 MLB games that have happened
Thursday.
today.
Oh, sorry, stupidity.
okay.
But we can whatever you got. Let's do
this
it. We
could
got-
be
Yeah. Oh, I did.
literally either. So it's really, I mean, it's more just something wild. So 9 MLB games have happened so far today. Every underdog has won. If you would
Nice.
bet, not that I'm endorsing gambling, it's terrible for you. But if you did want to get rich off of a $100 bet, you would have been up $115,000 already.
Jesus.
Now the Tigers just started against the Angels, and I think the Angels are the underdogs. So if they win, ESPN sucks. Doesn't give me odds. Just kidding. Yeah, no, yeah. Angels are plus money. So 2 more games.
Wow.
You're always one. You're always one bet away.
Wow.
I've got Wrexham FC. They are they promoted for the 3rd year in a row. They're in the championship. That is Rob McElhaney and Ron Reynolds' team in Wales.
Oh,
and
I saw that.
They are a league away from the Prem. They're in the championship. Big Wrexham fan myself. We got to go to Wales, guys. We got to go to Wales.
The country.
Yes.
Sure.
We got to go to Wrexham specifically. But, yeah, we need to get there ASAP.
It sounds dirty.
Let's get to Wrexham. Let's get to Wales.
I mean, there's a chance you could be at a bar with Ron Reynolds. I bet you love Ron Reynolds.
Just go to,
dude,
go
I
to
love
Nashville.
Ron.
You can
I know
probably
you do.
find Ryan Reynolds at a bar.
He hangs out in Nashville?
I've seen people that have seen him in Nashville, so
Oh.
You've seen people that have seen him in Nashville.
I'm aware of people that have seen him in Nashville. I thought he maybe like owns some property out there just because of
seen Ron Reynolds. I know it.
I'm 2 touches away from someone who's seen Ryan Reynolds.
It's kind of like how, what was it? What was the draft picture? Has been around 28 draft picks.
Oh yeah, what was that?
We've been around at least one now. Well, no, he was an undrafted free agent. Dang it. It's in the name.
Oh, Derek Barnett. We've been around him.
We have been around him.
Josh Dobbs.
Was
We've been
Shy?
around
Shy was drafted, wasn't he? Or was he UDFA?
him. That is a great question.
I've been around Juwan Jennings.
Yes.
I have that video with Omar after this year's Bama game, I think.
Been around a draft pick. I won't call it a fail. I just have questions. Did you all see LSU's bullpen this past weekend? It looks like it's like
I did not.
I mean, like Southern Miss level under the bleachers.
He was an undrafted free agent.
I'm sorry for everyone that's watching this. Go back and just watch the Tennessee game or watch any LSU game, I guess, at home. I mean, that looks awful.
Yeah, just like tarps.
It's like under the bleachers, clearly. I don't know if there's an opening where you can see in it at all, but
There's something magical about that, though, dude.
But like, so I think
coming out to the unknown.
Well,
like,
I think it'd be cool if like the fans could like look in and see, but this looks completely closed off. Looks very sad and depressing.
Do you? Yeah, it depends though. Maybe you're a guy that likes to warm up with no fans.
My favorite bullpens are the ones that are like up the stairs, like in the outfield, kind of like.
Yeah, the Phillies.
Like you wouldn't know
Phillies
they were
are like
there.
that.
Are the Phillies like that?
Oh, it's so good.
Are the Mets like that?
I've never been to a Mets game in person.
I'm just trying to remember in the MLB where I see him coming down the stairs. The scene I think of is Rookie when he is playing in Texas. So I guess the old Rangers ballpark, the away bullpen was like that. Love it.
Yeah, the Phillies is stacked and the home's on the top, and it takes quite a bit to get down. Like it's like 25 stairs.
Like take an elevator.
It's low key. Yeah, it's like let's go slow. And I mean, God forbid your reliever, rolls his ankle on stair 7.
They have metal cleats. It might not be good.
It probably isn't, and it's like concrete stairs. But yeah, it looks so good.
Oh, it's awesome. I love when they go
because they're right up. I mean, they're almost at like the mezzanine level, like the concourse, and then they have to walk down the stairs on the field.
I think that's a solution. If you're gonna have a decrepit looking bullpen like that, it's got to be underneath, and you got to come up the stairs, like out of a
Kenny
dugout.
Power style. Just
right.
Tennessee needs some, like, speaking of like going downstairs, they need some like in-ground dugouts.
Think so?
Yeah,
I feel like that's a new thing to not have in-ground dugouts.
probably is, but I mean,
I agree. An in-ground dugout's the best.
Tanner Wiggins,
got
drilled.
But like to be fair, in in-ground dugouts, don't they now all have like stools that sit up right?
yeah,
at
they
the
all
same level?
they end up getting to the above the.
I guess
fence
so,
anyway.
but like there's like if you turn your head, you can like go down a stair where you're not going to get hit. If you turn your head,
Well, I feel like
that's true.
Tennessee dugout,
Turning your head versus turning your upper body. Is
But
easier to.
But I feel like they all sit on like stools at the same level they're at. Now you could still theoretically dodge it that way, but you'd also.
I've seen the
concrete
underground
hard.
where it's like low enough that they're just almost. It looks like a bunker. They're just peeking their head out of the bunker.
which I think are sick. I love like old soccer stadiums
scary.
are like that.
Yeah.
I think they look so good. Yeah, no, he unfortunately ate that.
Yeah. I forgot to mention Tennessee did add a transfer portal get on the defensive line. Grand Valley State defensive lineman Josh Shell, Division II player. Don't know a ton about him, but a lot of people are like upset about the whole like transfer portal. Like we're not getting anybody with football. I think it is kind of hard to get these players at the price that people are asking to be a backup.
Sure.
Like a wide receiver, like, yeah, everybody wants the big name wide receivers, but who's willing to come here knowing that they're not going to start? And is Tennessee willing to pay like $1 million for a guy who's not going to start? So, I mean, I think this is a good depth piece. And some of those freshmen beat them out. Cool. But yeah, it's also cool to see like Division II like get their opportunity in Division I. Guys like that, under the radar guys. That's what the transfer portal should be for.
Grand Valley State, I thought they had a more notable. I was thinking there was someone on there.
Are you thinking of Mississippi Valley State?
Probably, but Matthew Judon actually went to Grand Valley.
Okay. I was about to say Mississippi Valley State.
That's
is Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice, yep. That's probably what I was thinking of.
Did you see this tweet from Deion Sanders? On 3/13/18, he said, "I love what the Browns have done this offseason, but if I'm a young quarterback, ain't no way I'm going to Cleveland. I would pull an Eli Manning if possible."
He did say if possible. And seeing as that wasn't possible for Shadur, I credit to him for throwing in that last line.
Yeah, sure.
He was thinking ahead.
He
was thinking on his toes, all 7 of them.
What quarterback was he talking about getting drafted?
I mean, I have no idea.
You got an idea, Joey?
Do you mean who else was he referring to?
Yeah, in 2018, who was drafted?
Oh, that was I also didn't realize you said 28 or
to the Browns.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you know?
Yeah.
Oh, this is like a trivia. Okay.
Yeah.
Really thought you were pulling
it
for
feels
a
like
phone
a
a friend.
lifetime ago.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I think back to like 2 years ago or like 9 years ago, like Baker Mayfield era. But then you're like, wait,
Baker was 15 draft class.
Yeah, 6. He played at Tennessee in 2015, right? So it was 2016.
Yeah,
2016 draft class. Damn. Is Deshaun Watson? Oh no, wait.
No, he went to the
because
Texans.
he was Texans straight.
I'm trying to. I mean, I can't even. So 2017 was Trevor Lawrence, right?
Yeah, but he went to
he went to Jacksonville.
To the Jags.
Who else is in that draft class? Why can I not think of him? Is it oh my gosh. No, that's too early.
What college do they go to?
No.
I'll give it away.
What conference?
No.
Okay.
I'll probably give it away.
We'll sit here for. I'm drawing a blank.
It's Baker.
He was drafted in 2018?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, that's when the draft was.
Right.
So that was the 2017 season? I thought he went the year after they played at Tennessee.
I was thinking, I thought about it wrong. He was a junior, I thought, when he played. He was a sophomore when he played at Tennessee?
Because that was 2015.
15.
So it would have been 2017 was the season that the draft was 28.
Yeah.
Or 2018.
What?
Sorry. There's no. That's where it's wrong because it feels like Baker Mayfield was significantly.
I thought he was a 16 draft.
Yeah, it feels significantly
but that
before
makes no
anybody
sense
else.
Because you're right about the Tennessee thing. I know that wasn't his senior year, so that was wrong anyways. But still, that's crazy.
Yep.
Well, it worked out for old Bake, so shove it.
Well, not with the Browns.
But it worked out. But
no,
he didn't say like.
Honestly, he's probably the best quarterback that the Browns have had in a long time, though.
Deshaun Watson.
Best quarterback overall or best quarterback on the Browns?
Best quarterback on the Browns.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna give Baker the edge on.
Yeah, I think I would too.
Overall,
I need to. Deshaun Watson needs to.
Well, you won't see it this season.
Well,
he ruptured his Achilles.
Right.
Well, there's 5 of them, so including what Kenny Pickett, Joe Flacco. I mean, that room is just crazy.
Dylan Gabriel, so just 4. Dylan Gabriel and Shadur. Did they pick anybody else up?
Might as well, right?
I'd just go, if I was an NFL team, I'd just draft all the quarterbacks.
So no one
else will work out eventually.
Right.
And one's really good, and then you can use them for trade value. The Browns will initially settle with the shittiest quarterback, but then the other 2 are worth some.
I mean, I do think
value.
the Browns like getting Shadur that late that's value.
Yeah, you can just drop him if you need to.
I don't get the Dylan Gabriel because that dude sucks. But yeah, it is funny that got brought up.
Wow. All right. That's all I got for you guys.
Any stupidities?
No. Stupid free week. Tomorrow's Friday. We made it, baby. Woo.
Did you see Jacoby Thomas went to Miami?
Yeah.
I saw where he was being, I guess. He got
that Tyler Barron money, I guess.
He got a Fong bomb.
Yeah, whatever. See ya. Have fun. Hope you enjoy it. Cool. All right, guys. That's all we got. Thank y'all for listening. Got some big news coming here soon. Teaming up with VIP Play. It's going to be a sports betting app. Really great app. We're going to have a referral code. It's going to be MORETN. You can bet $5, get a $150 free bet. So we'll get that code out. They're going to go live May 7th. So keep an eye out for that. Excited for that partnership. So as soon as it's live, we'll tweet out the code. Go get your $150 free bet. Enjoy the app. They're going to have a lot of cool stuff. I'm excited about it. So thank y'all again. Have a good weekend. We're bringing the boat in. Go Vols, and we out.